The latest data from Ukraine's battleground highlights the increasing significance of first-person view, FPV, kamikaze drones in frontline operations in Kiev. As Ukrainian and Russian forces intensify their efforts to secure elusive territorial gains in the early stages of the prolonged freezing winter, a comprehensive analysis of Ukrainian military data reveals a notable surge in the deployment of drone strikes against Russian targets along the 600-meter front. This analysis sheds light on the evolving nature of both Ukrainian and Russian unmanned aerial vehicle (UAV) operations in the region. During several days in November, data indicates that FPV drones accounted for a significant portion of the damage inflicted on Russian equipment, ranging between 50% and 70%. These statistics were reported by analyst Andrew Perpetua on X, formerly known as Twitter, on November 13th. Notably, on that particular day, the proportion of successful strikes attributed to FPV drones reached an even higher level, peaking at around 84%. In the latest update provided by Perpetua for November 23rd, it was revealed that FPV drones were responsible for 67% of the destruction or damage observed in Russian systems. Ivan Stack, a former officer in the security service of Ukraine, shared insights with Newsweek, stating that the data signals the emergence of FPV drones as a formidable weapon of mass destruction. Stack added that his military sources affirm the accuracy of Perpetua's data, asserting that it aligns with the ground reality on the front line. Stack, currently serving as an advisor to the Ukrainian Parliament's National Security, Defense and Intelligence Committee, sees this development as the next chapter in warfare. In recent weeks, the intensity of the fighting has escalated, particularly in regions where Ukrainian forces are making advances, such as in the Kiev and Zaporizhzhia oblasts. Another focal point is around the city of Abyva in the Donetsk region, where Moscow's troops are steadily advancing along the banks of the Dnieper River, known as the Dnipro in Ukrainian. Drones are playing a crucial role in supporting Kiev's efforts, facilitating the maintenance and expansion of small bridgeheads across the wide waterway. For a year, this river has stood as a formidable barrier, impeding any significant Ukrainian advance. Ukrainian forces situated on the Russian-occupied east bank of the river are presently engaged in combat within a mere 3 miles of the M14 highway. This highway serves as a critical artery for all of occupied southern Ukraine and is recognized as Moscow's land corridor, linking Crimea to western Russia. Ivan Stack pointed out that this proximity is particularly advantageous for FPV drones, emphasizing that even basic systems boast ranges exceeding 6 miles. This strategic positioning allows for effective utilization of FPV drones in the ongoing military operations. In a broader context, the statistics are revealing, indicating a considerable potential to consistently achieve an average level of 75–90% in the destruction or damage of Russian targets on a daily basis, as stated by Ivan Stack. He emphasized that it is evident that Ukraine should expand its drone production program for more extensive frontline utilization. The FPV figures highlight that Russian drones are not only targeting military infrastructure, but also inflicting losses on the Ukrainian side. Among the systems damaged or destroyed by Russian UAVs in November are armored personnel carriers, an American-made M777 howitzer, and a radio relay system. The Lancet kamikaze drones, which have instilled fear among Ukrainian soldiers, successfully targeted the U.S. howitzer. Drones have emerged as one of the pivotal weapons in Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, being deployed in substantial numbers for a range of purposes. They play a critical role in carrying out bombing missions, executing direct kamikaze strikes, and conducting reconnaissance tasks, such as spotting targets for artillery and guiding long-range fire onto ground targets. In addition to military targets, both sides have consistently utilized longer-range drones to carry out attacks on civilian areas and infrastructure, underscoring the widespread and multifaceted use of drones in the ongoing conflict. Earlier this year, the Royal United Services Institute estimated that Ukraine was experiencing a loss of approximately 10,000 drones each month, underscoring their critical role in daily combat. In August, Ukraine's drone spokesperson informed Newsweek that Kiev views unmanned aircraft as central to its future battlefield capabilities. Consequently, there are plans to expand both production and training programs. Over the course of a year, Ukraine's drone industry has evolved to produce various types of drones, including FPV, first-person view units, strike bombers, and large radius drones. Vice Prime Minister Mao Fedorov noted that prior to the full-scale invasion, Ukraine's focus was predominantly on air reconnaissance. This marks a significant shift in the industry's priorities. Mao Fedorov, the Vice Prime Minister, underscored the pivotal role of UAVs in safeguarding the lives of Ukrainian military personnel. He emphasized the need for an extensive deployment of drones to effectively cover the entire front line, asserting the belief that in this conflict, it should be the drones undertaking the risks and sacrifices, sparing human lives. Addressing a conference in October, Alexander Kamyshin, the minister overseeing Ukraine's defense industry, outlined ambitious plans for the future. He revealed that by the end of 2023, Kiev aims to scale up drone production significantly, targeting the manufacture of tens of thousands of drones each month. Kamyshin highlighted the commitment to surpass the growth rate of conventional warfare ammunition and weapons, signifying a strategic emphasis on the accelerated development of drone capabilities in Ukraine's defense strategy. The counteroffensive drive by Ukraine in the Zaporozhye region has come to a standstill, encountering formidable Russian defenses. Meanwhile, the situation on the Kiev front, though relatively subdued compared to the mechanized battlefields to the east, is presenting serious challenges for the Russian command as the year 2023 nears its conclusion. Notably, Kiev's small bridgeheads on the east bank are strategically positioned within 50 miles of the entrance to the occupied Crimean Peninsula.